All right, future. So what do you think it is about time travel that appeals to storytellers to reinvent it every so often?
What is appealing about time travel? I don't know. I guess the fact that you could just go back and to any time. There's like nostalgia to it, and I don't know. It's just an area that's such like fertile ground for reimagining events, changing the world. It's just something that people seem to enjoy writing about and watching.
We can go back and rewrite our mistakes.
Yeah.
Just going back and erasing what happened.
I think people all the time wish, if I only could do that over again. And there's kind of like, there's the historical aspect to it, like this, the big, large scale, and then there's the personal aspect to it. And I think most time travel things deal with one or the other. We kind of do a little bit of both.
Yeah.
We try to embrace the kind of big stakes of, we have to go back in time to prevent something from happening, which is a big genre trope. But it's also like, what have I done to kind of mess up my life in doing this? And all the personal mistakes now I have to kind of undo and redo and get back to. So we kind of try to play with both of those.
How did you guys get involved with the show?
Ariel and I first were developing as a movie, and for a couple of years, but basically every time we got to the end of the writing process, we felt we were trying to wrap it up too neatly at the end, and we felt like the characters had way more ground to cover, and especially then we incorporated a time travel element into it, and it basically just opens it up endlessly after that. So then we switched it into TV.
And Ben helped us write the pilot, and then we got picked up the series. Oh, and we had worked together on 50/50, a movie that we filmed many years ago. And then when we got a series pickup, Ben happened to be available and came on and show ran the series for us. We had great fun. Look how much fun this guy
A lot of laughs. A lot of laughs.
So this is kind of like not necessarily a different genre, but with the time travel, like the gaming, and a little more like special effects, it's a little different from some of the other projects you guys have done. So was that a challenge, or was that something like exciting, and kind of why you did the project?
Yeah, it's definitely exciting, and it's also challenging. I mean, when you're doing action, that takes up a lot of time. So, we had to fit a lot of, shooting into like a condensed period of time, which made it challenging, but, that's also the fun of it, is kind of, hopefully rising to the challenge and having a good show coming out of it.
Yeah, a half-hour show that's this ambitious in its scale, really, I don't think has ever really been tried before, and there's a reason. It's just really hard, like an hour-long show where you have a longer schedule and more money. We were really doing, as you can see in the pilot, we're blowing up, cars on Fairfax Avenue in LA. It's not a cheap street to shut down. Most comedies take place in the coffee shop or the office, and here we are out in the world. Not only out in the world, but we're out in like a different time period. We have to dress the streets with old cars. We have to dress people in like vintage clothing. And for just most 30-minute shows just cannot sustain that kind. And that was exciting for us, but it made it incredibly, incredibly challenging to make. But it also felt like, hey, we're doing something that really hasn't been tried before, and if it doesn't kill us, maybe it will be something that's well received.
Was there a location or a time period that you guys enjoyed actually, or a fun story that because you said Fairfax, that you closed it down. Was there anything else like that you had a lot of fun shooting so far?
Well, we went to the future. We can't say when or where, but we were able to build our own, like our idea of the future, which is really exciting.
Yeah.
That's always fun because you're just making it up then. And then we had a lot of fun in the 80s.
Yeah, we spent a good chunk of time in the 80s, and that sort of lent itself to a lot of the movies like Back to the Future and Terminator that we're sort of paying homage to, and really like lean into that in a pretty profound way. And we're children of the 80s.
Yeah.
And we loved going back.
Related to that.
Because the show is a dark comedy, explores some pretty serious issues. For example, like the morality of and ethics of war. Are you going to delve into that deeper, and how is it balancing that with the comedy?
We definitely wanted the show to be about something, and it was really more the stakes for the first season really are very personal in terms of Josh's journey of what kind of hero is he going to be. He can't be this cartoon action hero who kills indiscriminately. He still wants to save the world, but can he save the world under terms that he can live with? Is kind of like the moral kind of backbone for that character. So we didn't really want to get into kind of issues in terms of like taking on social issues. We wanted to filter it through our character choices, not as much, taking on the issue itself. I think that's where we found the weight. Does that make sense?
That makes total sense. It was a great answer.
Makes sense to you? That's all I care about. If it makes sense.
This is validation. We still love each other.
Thank you so
guys.
much. Thanks a lot.